right, man, I'm going to be 100% honest. I want everybody to raise their hand. Who knew this was about hunting, and how long did it take you to figure that out? You did? Anybody else? Anybody else? Y'all don't have lyric sheets, do you? Y'all catch out the fact that he's a hunter and he's pissed off because he missed shooting something? Okay, see, kind of after class, I'll be honest, man, that's why I leaned over to Mike. I'm like, it took me a sec. I was kind of wondering, what the heck, man? And I was like, oh, count the points. Oh, he's a hunter. Got it. Here's what I'm going to tell you, man. If I was writing this song, first off, tempo. This is a tempo song to me. A hunter's not going to be singing this kind of song when it's tongue-in-cheek like that. I think you need to get it right. Like, you got to match your lyric. And I think you're going for a little bit of irony in it, but to me, you're missing if you don't, like, put a little edge on it. Put a little fun in it and a little more tongue-in-cheek and be a little clearer. And in my experience, personally, man, most of the guys, it's not just a gun in your truck, it's a gun on your rack. Because they always sit up there. And that would have given me, first off, the heads up, it's a hunter. It's typically a hunter. And you might be going for that subtlety of the other side of the track. I see. But I wasn't going funny ha-ha with you there for a minute. I was going, wow, that's kind of dark, man. I don't really know where this is going. So you got to be careful when you're doing that. And like your audience, again, more than half this class had no idea what you were talking about. Granted, you write this for a country music guy that might sing it, might be on country radio, more the audience, but I don't think so, dude. You got to be careful there. I like it. The writing's good. You know how you got to it. Your rhymes, your setup are not bad. But I mean, you gotta be careful with something like this that you're getting across what you're trying to say. And I think it would have more tongue-in-cheek, a little humor, kind of. And if you would have sped it up, grabbed that little thing, I think it would have, done a little more for me. And maybe peppered in maybe that buck thing up at the top, because even that took me a second. You said something about a buck, and I'm thinking, somebody that died for a buck. Oh man, I just was missing it, man. You gotta be careful.
And before you say, I'll say, but you know how earlier we were talking about how you've got to make it as easy on people to hear and as easy for them to accept as possible. This is a good example of that, of with it being some people really got it from the get-go and some people didn't. When we're going in to take songs to people, to pitch them to them, if it's remotely confusing where they don't get it off the bat, then even more times than not, they won't catch it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, most of the time when we're pitching songs, we don't make it to the second verse. So we need to get that up into the first verse. If there's going to be something funny, you can set up if you want us to think one thing and then there's kind of the irony of something of it being hunting, that's all going to be taken care of up front pretty early. And then you can kind of keep going in and out. I thought the same thing musically. This sounded really serious. It sounded really serious, and I was in the same place going on. I was getting nervous as to where we were going. So musically, I think letting that match, I totally agree with that.
Overall, good song, man. I gotta be honest, man. You guys are bringing some good songs, man. I like to throw that in.
That's difficult to write.
Yeah.
I mean, there's talent in the writing of that. It's really difficult to write. So if you can do that, this is harder than I think where you can go.
Good job, man.